Okay, so it's Tuesday. Had my 21st treatment just now, and then I asked to meet with one of the doctors afterwards. It wasn't the one I normally see because she is in on Thursdays to see patients, but met with another doctor and definitely was very helpful. So mentioned over the weekend I started getting a lot of pain and irritation in the area in my armpit that's being radiated, and then yesterday, Monday, it opened up and started to peel, and it's just it's pretty painful and really uncomfortable, and I'm just it's my worst fear, and I'm worried that it's gonna get so much worse. And so I want them to see it, and then talk about what next steps. And I actually was considering, and I asked I was considering on the drive here, I'm like, let's just stop radiating in my armpit. That's what's gonna stop all this. And I was considering it because that's not where any of the cancer cells have been found in the past, and I don't have the lymph nodes there, and I don't know how it all works, but I just kind of maybe 24 weeks is enough, anyways. So I met with the doctor, and he looked at it, and he said it's not too bad yet. It's he said bad news is it's gonna get worse, but not that much worse. And he prescribed me something I have to go pick up at my but it's gonna help with infections and pain. And then he said that the lotion I ordered will help a lot. But then the best news is that he said, and I had no idea, I only have 4 more treatments of that area in my armpit, and then the last 5 treatments are gonna be just around my scar and not the whole area. And I had no idea that was that's what they were doing. I don't know. And so I'm just gonna stick it out for 4 more days, the rest of the week, and then next week it will be just a different area. And so I think that will help a lot with irritation, and I'm gonna pick up that cream and hopefully just try and deal with the pain. It's just so uncomfortable, and I was just so done with it. And so I really am super encouraged to know that it's that area being radiated in my armpit is almost done. This is not fun. Okay, so first I want to apologize for my appearance. I just got done jogging, and I'm back at the car, just sitting down at the picnic table. It's really pretty at this park. I'm really thankful for this park. It's really close to home, and I've trained for a couple half marathons here, and now running through this, and it's just such a peaceful, safe park to be at. Even felt good. I see the same people every day, and there's this one lady I see running every day, so I gave her a high five today, and that was fun. I just feel I'm so close, but I'm just every day I'm breaking down and having just so emotional, and having just a hard time keeping positive, and acknowledging all the blessings in my life. And I don't know, I'm having too many little pity parties, and it's just frustrating that I keep doing this. And I did it all morning. I'm just really down and having a hard time finishing. My skin hurts. It's falling off of me, and it's painful. And I have scars, as I mentioned, and it's just really hitting hard. And yesterday, yesterday was really bad when I talked to the doctors and everything. And I didn't even acknowledge, before I went in to radiation, I prayed and asked God to give me answers about, because I was ready to quit in the armpit radiation, my lymph nodes, because it's just so painful, and it's my worst fears, I mentioned. And I prayed that God would give me an answer, and then he did, within a half hour. When I talked to the doctors, and I had peace about it, and then I talked about in the video yesterday, and I didn't even acknowledge that God answered my prayer so quickly. And it wasn't until yesterday afternoon that it hit me, and I thank God. And I don't know, I'm just frustrated with myself for not even acknowledging that, but I'm so thankful. And he's getting me through this, and I'm relying on God's hope and peace so much this last couple weeks. And just, yeah. And today in my run, I was like crying and running, which is weird. Like, there wasn't anyone around me or anything, but I was like sobbing. And, you know, and I, again, this time recognized what I needed, and I prayed to God, and then he gave me peace in my run and helped me finish like with a grateful heart. But it's still difficult. And I'm so close to finishing. I feel like I am in a marathon, and I'm like the last couple miles, and I like want to quit so bad. And I've been, this whole time, it's really hard to not, it's really hard, to not let yourself get into like pity parties and bitterness and blaming everything and just like being angry. And I felt like I've done a good job with God's help, but it's just like getting really hard at the end. And I'm mad at myself when I do that. But really close. So I feel like I had something else I wanted to say. I don't remember now. But anyways, music. I was listening to a podcast, kind of. It was a Christian podcast, but then I turned it off when it was over, and I changed it to like some good music, and that also lifted my spirits up finishing. And it wasn't the run that was difficult, it was just like my mental and like my thought patterns and stuff. So yes, yeah, that's it. All right, so my hair today is something, but okay, so today's Thursday, and a little bit of a different day at radiation this morning. So I think I mentioned this, that the last 5, and I just learned this, my last 5 treatments are a electron boost just around my scar. And so today I went to a different room, and it took a lot longer, and I got fitted, and they did markings, and they created this thing so that I can do the last 5 treatments. And so I didn't know this was happening today, so I was kind of surprised, but it wasn't a big deal. I didn't need to be in a hurry or anything. But I went to a different room, and basically first they did the treatment, and then they had a doctor come in, and then he basically took a ruler and made 2-centimeter dots all around my scar. And then they used the machine and lined everything up with the lights and the lasers, and then they copied that image onto this glass, and then they're gonna make this copper piece that they're gonna fit into the machine for my treatment, so that it's just getting treatment along around my scar, 2 centimeters around the whole perimeter around my scar. And so so I only have 2 more, just Friday and Monday, treatments of my whole area and my armpit, and then my last 5 treatments will just be that scar area. And then also today I saw the doctor, I'm gonna talk to them later, but I got ready. They had this do my blood pressure and vitals and stuff to get ready to see the doctor. So that was today. Oh, there's an airplane. Sometimes they're kind of loud. Okay, so that was today. Overall, I am just here. Okay, overall, today I'm doing great, but yesterday I was so emotional all day long. I was up and down and fine one minute and not fine the next minute. Wow, there's just a lot of wildlife today. Okay, fine one minute and not the next minute, and so emotional and just all over. So today I'm really glad I'm way more stable, but this is still just difficult. I finally, last night at 7, got my prescription for the burn cream. And that was just a whole ordeal, where my Meyer pharmacy, they prescribed it on Tuesday, and then they messaged me and said they didn't have it, but it'll be there the next day, so Wednesday. So I called yesterday after they said it'd be there, and it wasn't there, and she said she'd call other Meyers, or I can call a different pharmacy. So I was like, well, the other Meyers are far away, so I'll just call CVS. Called 2 different CVS's, the second one had it, and then I said, okay, what do we do? And they said they have to call us. The first time Meyer said CVS has to call them. So I call back Meyer, and they're like, no, that's unprofessional. They have to call us. And I'm like, can you please, actually I like broke down in tears and I'm like, I just need help. I can't figure this out. Can you please just help me? So they transferred me and then they set it all up. She said, as a courtesy, we'll do this. I'm like, thank you. But they set it all up so that the Meyer called the CVS, which I guess isn't protocol. And then I called CVS like 3 more times, basically. Later on to see like when it was be done, because I never got a notification, and I've never been like a patient like in the system at CVS's pharmacy, and so like figured they needed my information and everything. But finally once they said it was ready, once I got there, they had my insurance and everything. So I think Meyer did like a lot on that end, and like really it was very helpful because I was so emotional about it. Anyways, I got it last night at like 7 o'clock. So I'm hoping that's really gonna help with some healing. And it's supposed to help make sure like infections and stuff don't happen, but it was just really frustrating. Okay, yeah, so I think that's it. So we're real close. 23 treatments in, 7 more to go. Hi, good morning. Just finished, it's Friday and I just finished my treatment and I'm getting ready to drive home. It's a gross rainy day. And I'm doing good. I was doing good yesterday. I don't think I cried at all yesterday, and I didn't today. And things are going well. I did talk to my doctors yesterday afternoon, and you know, they're not really concerned. I think I'll be able to finish treatment just fine. You know, they kind of told me what I can do for the pain. Not much. I should not be using that lidocaine. They told me don't use that because I just can't put that in like an open wound, which makes sense. But the stuff they prescribed, I think is working. Like, it's not making anything worse. And it will help heal things, but I'm still in pain pretty consistently, so I'm just taking Tylenol and ibuprofen now, and just trying my best to like not let that area rub. So Monday will be my last treatment of my whole area. And remember, I'm getting radiated like even up to here. Now here it gets like barely any radiation in these lymph nodes, but from like here all the way down center chest, like a couple inches above my belly button, all the way to my side, and then in my armpit. And so it's a huge area, but starting Tuesday, it will just be like right in my scar, like a big, like oval, I guess you could say. Yes, we also talked about the booster, radiation booster around my scar, and the purpose of that. And I guess you're most susceptible to a return cancer right around that scar, and so that is why we're gonna have radiation on like the last week is like just that area. I didn't know that. Yeah, so that's it. I will have a good weekend. It's Halloween weekend. The girls are gonna dress up. Be fun. So today's Monday, and it is the last day that I'm getting the radiation done in my whole area, including my armpit. I'm very excited. The rest of them again will just be around the scar, and so hopefully that means my armpit and the spots that are like severely burned right now will be, you know, start to heal up. So I'm just looking forward to feeling better. That's getting pretty bad. Like my armpit is all raw and peely, and then just kind of this morning I noticed, or the other spot that was sore, it's like right where my like bra touches my skin, and it's been like really red and tender, but now it's like starting to peel. And so I'm really thankful that today is the last day of this whole area, and so that I can start to rest or heal up a little bit. We had a really nice weekend. It was Halloween weekend. Took the girls to a party. Charlotte dressed up as Dorothy. We were like a whole Wizard of Oz clan. That was fun. And then yesterday at church, we had Abigail dedicated at church. And so I kind of explained this in like a post, but I thought I would like talk about it too. But I have dedicated both girls like over and over again, like to God in prayer privately. But we did with Charlotte, did it publicly, so we wanted to do it with Abigail. And like the reason behind it is it's like, you know, like doing anything like this isn't like for membership, or it's not for salvation, but it is like, you know, our church family, we're really close to them, and they do have like a lot of they do like have a lot of input in like our parenting, and like, you know, like a whole it takes a village to raise a child. And anyways, they're really encouraging. They've been praying, been with us this whole time, and so and nobody has like overstepped boundaries or anything like that, but we just wanted to like do it publicly. And again, I've done it over and over again, especially with Abigail, because her being pregnant with her and then like her this year with her has been so different than it was with Charlotte. It was hard with Charlotte, and it's been like just a different and a difficult and different way with Abigail, in that she's like an easier baby, but there's just so much I couldn't do for her that I would want to do. Like I couldn't breastfeed. I breastfed for like 2 weeks, you know, and I like couldn't make all of her baby food from scratch and like freeze it all. And I like, just when she was just 2.5 weeks old, I was like gone doing appointments, and like Abby or Charlotte, like I don't think anyone really like watched her for like a whole day or for like you know, hours upon a time until she was like almost 3 months old. And Abby was like just days old, you know, and I had to like doctor appointments and chemo, and there's many times this year where like I just literally was too weak to like hold her and take care of her, and I had to like give her to Paul or give her to Dan and Lisa. And over and over, I you know, I pray and thank God for her, but also like, you know, Lord, you know, you gave her to me. I know you gave her to me at this time and for like a reason, and I'm not gonna be selfish with her, you know. I want to give her back to you, and you know what's best. What I think is best, you know, is like may not be part of your plan, but I'm so thankful that she's healthy. Me and Paul were talking about that, how, you know, as much as we've had to go do this year, we ask God for like a healthy and easy baby, and we got that. And so we'll see if it continues. She's fun. She's almost crawling right now, which is really fun, and she's starting to get like really silly. But anyways, yeah, this was a good weekend, and I am gonna go in and do this last radiation of the whole area, so I'm really excited.